My name is Mary Shanahan. I live in Abbeyfeale, County Limerick, and I'm the leader of Abbeyfeale Oral History Association. The Abbeyfeale Oral History Association is a group here in Abbeyfeale that we've started over a period of time. Our purpose is to record as many people in the area as we can. We're recording a diverse group of people and archiving that, making it available for people who would come maybe looking for their roots in Abbeyfeale, second, third generation, or also researchers who would have an interest in a particular aspect of rural life. We would hope they'd use our archive as well. Our goal really is just to collect the life stories of people and to store them in an archive in a safe way for the future. When I was a child, a lot of the older people were recounting stories, yarns we would have called them back in the day. And I grew up, like most other people, listening to stories, listening to histories, listening to family stories, community stories. And so you got a full kind of a picture of where you came from. You got a full picture of what the community is. And I suppose then, getting older, for me anyway, it became more and more important to try to record as many people as possible with their stories. Because, I don't know, but I think most of us have had the experience where you're listening to somebody, now they may be not that old, but they may be older than you are, and they're fascinating. They've got insights into the community as it was. They've got a lot of very interesting history to give. And you're thinking, oh, I'd love to get that on record, And then you don't do it, and then, someday the person has passed and you're looking back thinking, oh my goodness, if only I had gone by that impulse and recorded that person, then, they'd be there for posterity. So it was kind of, I suppose, in that spirit that I said, listen, let's go for it. Let's see if we can get this group together and finally kind of put our money where our mouth is and put those recordings in place for the future. And of course, Abbeyfeale is a very diverse community. It always has been. We've always had a mix of urban and rural, farming, industrialised, a lot of industrialisation, even in the past, say, 40 years, 30 years. We've got settled people, we have travellers. We now have an influx, of course, of people from other countries, but we've always had a lot of outward migration, people leaving here to work mainly in the UK, could be Australia, could be America as well, but also people coming back and coming back in. So there are stories at every level and at every area in the community that are really worth capturing and keeping. I'm very proud of Abbeyfeale. In my lifetime, I've seen huge transitions. I've seen Abbeyfeale transitioning from an agricultural market town to a fairly highly industrialised locality. Now we're making another transition where we're moving on to being kind of a hub for tourism, for what do they call it? For technical kind of, working from home. Abbeyfeale has always been diverse, and I'm really into my local history as well. But for hundreds of years, it's been diverse. So I love how it's been able to kind of reinvent itself over even the decades that I've been alive. And, it's got that ability to kind of keep moving with the times, but still maintaining its own integrity and its own identity. It's a fabulous place. I consider Abbeyfeale to be the capital of the West Limerick uplands, if you like. Our goal really is to preserve that unique individual voice for posterity. Because each of us has got an individual voice, each of us has a unique story to tell, And there's nothing nicer than to sit listening to somebody's story. It validates them, it validates their community, and it can reinforce for the interviewee a feeling of being part of a community and being seen and heard by a community. And that is a good thing to be doing any day of the week.